Welcome back now, girly. We are here today to create this beautiful, super cute, easy summer Gelix nail set. If you guys are interested in nail content, definitely hit subscribe right now. Give this video a big thumbs up. I do upload every other week, and in between I do upload shorts, so you definitely don't want to miss out on any of that content. Thank you so much for all the girlies who have been here with me for a minute now. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and support. Now let's get into today's tutorial. I did, as you guys see, just clean my nails. I did do the prep off of camera. I have been doing the prep in a couple of my recent videos, so I wanted to go ahead and just skip that for today's video and just go straight into just applying my primer, dehydrator. This one is the Melody Susie 3-in-1 nail primer, dehydrator, and nail nourishment. So I am just going in and applying a thin layer of this onto every single nail. I will show you guys in one of my shorts that I ended up prepping my nails differently. I applied my nail tips and they popped off, so you guys definitely want to stay tuned for that. Subscribe so you guys can see when I do upload that. But when I first tried doing this nail set, I did end up trying it with different products and literally they popped off overnight. I will, like I said, keep you guys updated and let you guys know about that. But for today's tutorial, I am using this Melody Susie nail tips and I am using the Melody Susie No Cure nail glue. As you guys can see, I do apply most of this at the very end of the nail and then I press down and up. This nail here I think needed a little bit more glue, so I went ahead and just added a little bit more. It's better to add less than more than you need, so if you guys are trying this glue at home, definitely use a little bit at the very edge and then press it down. If you see you need more, apply more, but it's a lot easier and better to apply less, like I said, because you can always apply more than when you apply more and then you want to remove some. And it also, I feel like it dries a little bit nicer and easier when there is less product. So that's just a quick little tip for you guys at home. I am just repeating the same exact method onto every single nail, and as you guys can see here, I start at the very edge and then I press down and I let that dry. Once all of my nail tips were applied, I did go ahead and prep, file, do all of that good stuff off of camera, and here I am just cleaning everything off. I did want to mention while I am cleaning my nails that one of my nail girlies did message me on Snapchat and we were talking about this glue. She did mention, so shout out to you, girly, that the glue was turning white on her. She did her mother-in-law's nails and it also turned white. I have honestly not had that issue, so I'm not sure why that happened. If you guys have had that issue with this glue, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But I did let her know that when I did apply my nails with the other nail prep, they did pop off. She mentioned her nails haven't popped off, her mother-in-law's nails haven't popped off, I think just one of them. So she wasn't having issues like that, but she did let me know that it was turning white. So sorry about the background noise, my kids keep opening the door. But anyways, if you guys do know or have any tips, please let me know in the comments down below, because I just can't figure out why it would do that. But as you guys saw, I did apply base coat onto every single nail, and now I'm going in with my favorite nude color from NKK, which is Peachy Blossom. I did want to show you guys in today's video that if you don't want to add an apex or create a thicker nail, or if you're having issues with it, because I normally do use this and apply it towards my cuticle and apply a thicker bead and trying to create like an apex and create a thicker nail. If you guys are having issues with it, or if you guys don't want to do that, you guys don't have to. As you guys can see here, I am literally just applying 2 layers of this onto my nail, and that is it. I am not going to be creating an apex. I feel like the nail already kind of naturally has that, so I don't want to create a thicker nail. I am literally just showing you guys that you can literally use this like gel polish and just apply 2 layers, or 1 if that's what you'd like, and just cure it, and that's literally it for the nude color. Once I am done with it, I do apply a little bit of alcohol and take off that tacky layer from every single nail. Normally when you do cure it, it just does that, so you want to just take that off, or if you guys don't mind it, go ahead and leave it and go on to the next step. I just like to clean after every single step. You guys already know I'm like obsessed with like alcohol and just cleaning my nails every single time. Now I am using this yellow color from Melody Susie. This one's the B209. This is such a pretty yellow. I knew I wanted to use yellow. I knew I wanted some polka dots, so I am going in with this color B2902, sorry. And then I am going in with this one from Macart. This one I did get from them a long time ago, and it is a very beautiful burgundy color. I love how this yellow and this color turned out. It came out so cute. So now, as you guys can see here on my pinky finger, I am going to be doing a French tip. You guys already know I love deep French tips. I love just that deepness, that really nice curve. That's my personal preference. If I could do it every single time like this, I would. Obviously, different nail styles and different nail art, different designs require a different type of French tip. But for this one, it was perfect. So I went in and just created that smile line. Then I did go in with a brush from the gel polish and just basically just shaded in the rest of that French tip. You guys can obviously do it with a liner brush, but I just went in with it. I just felt like I was going to fill it in a lot quicker, so I did it that way. And I did go ahead and do my middle finger and my pointer finger as well, because they were going to be the exact same way. I didn't want to just do the same thing over and over again on camera. And I did cure that. Once I was done with those nails, as you guys can see, I am doing my ring finger, and I'm literally just doing a straight line a little bit lower than halfway down through the nail. So that's what I'm doing here, and then filling everything in with the yellow. I did do the same thing on the thumb because those nails are going to be the exact same way. Now with this burgundy color, I am going to be taking it. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention the shade is wine. I am going to be taking it and doing polka dots. I did 2 polka dots at the very center, and then on the sides, I'm literally going in between but on the side of the other 2 polka dots. And I feel like this is the best way to do polka dots. You guys can see this is in between but on the side, and then the other one is literally about the same difference, like in space between the polka dots, if that makes any sense. But as you guys can see here, it's literally just a line in between, and then on the side you would go between those 2 dots, and literally that's where you would place the dot. Now it is the same thing with this one as well. I'm going to be doing the exact same method for the polka dots. Like you guys can see, 2 down the middle, and this one's literally on the side in between both of them. And again, the same thing on the other side. I feel like polka dots have been so trendy and just in, and I love this combination. Oh my god, I just love the yellow. I feel like it's so girly, summery. It's just perfect. I'm obsessed with this nail set. Now, as you guys can see here for the pinky, I am just applying a little bit of rhinestone glue, 2 little thin lines, as you guys can see. I am going in with a gold chain on this nail first. As you guys can see, I'm just kind of laying it there. I did cut it off of camera. I do have like a chain that I ordered on Amazon not that long ago. You guys already know I did a different nail set with chains, and I did order it for that specific nail set, but I obviously had chains left over still, so I did just cut it to the size of the nail, and then I am just applying it here, as you guys can see, right on top of that rhinestone glue. And then as you guys can see here, right underneath, I am just applying a little rhinestone, and I'm going to do about 4 little gold caviar beads on each side of that rhinestone. So that's what I'm doing here, is just placing that 4 on each side and trying to make it into the most straight perfect line I could ever make, which was kind of hard. It kind of like moved everywhere because the rhinestone glue, everything was sticking to everything. So anyways, I did place 4 on each side, and I am kind of creating like that bangle look on the nails. As you guys can see, that's been going around around, and I just love, oh my god, you guys have no idea how much I love how this nail set turned out. Like I said, it's so girly and cute, and just the vibes, just the polka dots, the yellow. Oh my god, I just love how everything turned out. I did cure it, and then I am going to be taking top coat and top coating everything after that. Now for this ring finger, I am taking some matte top coat, and I am top coating the entire nail. I am going to be doing some chrome, so that's why I want to matte top coat everything, so that it's matte and the chrome only attaches to this here. So like I said, I am doing like that bangle nail. So I am taking some of this, and I am going to roll it out and place it on the nail so that I can create that little bangle. So you do just want to roll everything out. As you guys can see here, I'm just rolling it, and literally you want to make it to your preference, as thin as you want, as thick as you want. It's up to you. Now I am using my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, to do this nail set, so it does get a little messy when I do my nails. Don't mind this mess that I'm doing here. I'm literally trying to place this on the nail, and it was just kind of going everywhere, and then it wasn't coming off of my little tweezers. So yeah, it was kind of like just a little mess right here. But anyways, as you guys can see here, once I placed it in between literally those 2 colors, the nude and the yellow, below. I did cut off everything on the side because obviously I don't need any of that on there. So I did go ahead and cut this side as well, and that's literally your little bangle on your nail. You do want to cure that, and once that is fully cured, you do want to take some chrome. This one's from Melody Susie. They sent it to me a little while ago. I just haven't used it, and I decided to use it today. So I am just taking it on my finger and just pressing this onto that little bangle and making sure it attaches. I feel like the best way is your finger. Honestly, I've tried other methods and I feel like the finger honestly just gets everything on there a lot nicer. So I did go ahead and just rub that chrome all over, and then I did just dust everything off with my little brush, just clean everything else on the sides, and then I did go in with a little bit of rhinestone glue, and I am going to create another little bangle right above that one. This one is going to be a rhinestone and then a little gold caviar bead, and literally just going in between, literally just placing rhinestone, and then the little caviar beads in between. So that's literally it. I feel like every single time I do a nail set, I tell you guys, this is so easy. You guys can do it at home. It's beginner friendly, because it honestly, genuinely is. I do nail sets that look like if they take you so long, like if they're so hard to do, at least that's what I like to believe. But honestly, they're so easy. If they weren't easy, I wouldn't be able to do them and show you guys how to recreate them at home. Plus, honestly, every single time as of recently, I've been doing these nails and I've been using my non-dominant hand. So I know that you guys can do these at home. If you guys are beginners, you guys can honestly try these at home, and I know you guys can recreate these. Now for this middle finger, as you guys can see, I did roll out 5 little beads, and I am going to be doing a 3D flower on this one. So as you guys can see, I'm placing them literally like if they're like a little star, just the little beads all around. And with this little tool, I am taking it and I press down. As you guys can see, I open up the little petal a little bit to the sides, as you guys see there, and then I stretch it out to the top, and I'm literally repeating the same thing. I press down, open up the petal to the sides, and then at the other end I kind of make it pointy if that's what I want. If you want it round, you wouldn't do that step, but that's what I like, and that's how I wanted it for this specific nail. So here again, I'm pressing, and then I press kind of to the sides, open up the little petal, and then make that little point. Again, just doing the exact same thing, pressing down, opening up, and that's literally it. I did cure it, and now with this Juvia's Place palette, I am taking this like burgundy color. I am taking a little sponge, and I am going to be just placing it at the very center. I still wanted a little bit of that white to show through at the end of the petal, so that's why I just placed it mostly at the center. And then with a little bit of caviar beads and a little bit of rhinestone glue, I am just placing that at the very center. I did place maybe like 5 or 6 little caviar beads at the center. It's up to you if you just want to do like 2 or 3 or whatever. If you want to do a bigger little bead there, you can do that as well, but I'm literally just placing a few at the center. And I did top coat after every single nail. I did top coat. I don't think I showed every single time I did, but I was doing that off of camera. I just wanted to make sure that it was sealed and secured when I moved on to the next nail set. And for this pointer finger, I am placing some rhinestone glue literally at the very edge of my French tip, because I am going in with this little beaded chain here. So I am just placing it literally in between the nude and that French tip. Where that smile line is where you want to place this little beaded chain. So that's what I'm doing here, is just placing it. I did have to move it around a little bit. I did cut it off of camera. I kind of sized it to the way that I wanted it. I missed by a little bit. I had a little bit of extra beads, but I placed it on the rhinestone and I cured it. I had a little bit left over and I just cut that off of camera. And as you guys can see here, I am doing another little smile line right above that beaded chain. I am placing 3 little rhinestones at the very center, and on the sides of these little rhinestones I am placing about 5 little caviar beads on the side, which now that I'm doing the voiceover, I realized I could have just cut a little bit more of that beaded chain and placed it on the sides of these little rhinestones, and that would have been it. I wouldn't have been having to like move around this little caviar beads or any of that, but I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I just placed this little caviars on the sides. It worked perfectly. I feel like it would be perfect either way, because obviously it came out cute the way that I did it. And I feel like it would have been just quicker to just place that chain. But Anyways, I was struggling and I was over here moving everything around. But once I was happy with the way that these little beads looked on the sides, I did go ahead and cure it. I did top coat it off of camera, and that was it for that nail. Now for this thumb, I am basically going to be doing the same kind of design that I did on my ring finger, except I'm going to be adding just a different chain. You guys will see in a second. I did go ahead and do that very first bangle. I did cure it, and I am applying a little bit of chrome onto that nail, dusting everything off. And literally in between, like the exact same way that I did it on my ring finger, in between the yellow and the nude. Then I went in with a little bit more of this rhinestone glue, and I did apply a chain in between that. So I didn't do this on the ring finger, but I did have enough room because obviously the thumb is bigger than the ring finger. I did have more room, so I figured I can do a little bit more on this nail. So I did apply this little chain here. I was struggling to like make it like flat and like nice on there, but once I took my time and I placed it, it placed very, very nicely. So I placed that literally right after that little bangle. Once I was happy again with that, I did cure it. I didn't want to move around when I was placing the next thing, so I did go ahead and just cure that. I applied more rhinestone glue, and then I applied rhinestones. And for this here, I am applying rhinestones and then the little caviar beads in between every single rhinestone. So that is what I'm doing here, literally the same way that I did it on the ring finger. So I am just placing caviar beads in between. Once I was happy with that, I did cure, and that's literally it for the nail set, you guys. This nail set came out so cute. You guys have to let me know if you recreate this at home. Please tag me, let me know, DM me, Snapchat me, any of that. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Normally I am Jenny Fajes on everything, if not Jenny_Fajes, but you guys can literally find me on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, anywhere. You guys go ahead and follow me. I love talking to you guys. But I did go ahead and finish this with a little bit of top coat. I top coated everything very, very well. And as my final step, you guys already know I have to bring my fingers back to life. So I am just applying a little bit of this cuticle oil here. I'm placing that and just making sure that my fingers just can breathe again. So I am just going in with that. And this is the final nail set. Look at how beautiful this looks, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one.